Onward, the new Pixar movie is finally here, and guys, it's good. We're getting some good movies here this time. January and February we're getting like towards the end of February is pretty good, but we're getting some really, really, really fun, entertaining, well done movies, and Onward's one of them. Onward tells the story of two brothers who live in a world where there used to be a lot of magic and now there isn't. It's kind of like the world we live in now. And they get a present from their dad that is a spell that will bring them back for one day so he can say hi to them, say, I love you, I miss you guys. But we all know everything's not as simple as it seems. And so they go off into adventure trying to figure this stuff out and get their dad back. And it's all good fun. And this isn't something that we haven't seen before. We've seen this kind of thing done before. But Pixar does things that was once pretty common and cliche and does it their own Pixar, or they Pixify it. If that's that's a word now. They Pixify it and they make it their own. I mean, just look at like Toy Story. I mean, the story of that movie is pretty simple, pretty generic. We already know about it, oh, I don't want to be replaced. Don't replace me. I'm mad that there's a new, better person in town. It's a simple story. We all know about the story, but the way that Pixar did it in the perspective of a toy, it just made it amazing, right? And the same thing goes with Onward. It's a simple story, but we set it in a world where it's fantasy and there's magic, or there used to be magic. It's just something that they do really well, and I can't wait to the next one. I mean, I saw the trailer to Soul in here. I know I'm already talking about the next Pixar movie, but I don't care because that one looks cool. I want to see more. I love Disney. I love Pixar especially, and Onward is just good. Okay, let's get into what is good about Onward. Okay, the animation. I think this is the best Pixar movie I've seen. I mean, at some points I thought it was drawings. That's how good. I don't know if that's a compliment, right? It's good. It's supposed to be 3D animation, right? That's what they're known for. But it looks so good that I thought it was drawings. I wasn't like, oh, that's really good CGI. That's really good. I was just like, this is a really good movie, and they look cool. Oh wait, they're CGI. Like, they looked so real, but not real at the same time. But that was good. I don't know, but it just melded together so perfectly, the two things, like 2D and 3D together. And there's so much detail on their fantasy elf faces. Just little things like that I was like pretty blown away by. And the story, man, like I said, it's simple, but the way that they do it's so good, so heartwarming, so funny, so fresh, and they know what they're doing, man. I mean, the people down at Pixar, they got good writers, they got good directors, they just got a good everything, editors, animators, everything is there. It's like the best of the best. They don't turn out a bad film, even the ones that you would think they're bad, like Good Dinosaur or Cars. Any one of them, pick any one of them. Even those ones are good, right? They're decent films. They're not horrible. They're not like Fantasy Island. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna let it go. The cast is great in here. You got Tom Holland, you got Chris Pratt as the two brothers. They play off of each other really well. It's always weird for me to see Tom Holland in stuff that's, and I realize he's from the UK, but his accent's so good. His American accent's so good that I just, every time he speaks in his native tongue, I'm like, whoa, you're from the UK, man. I didn't even know. Yeah, the Chris Pratt and Tom Holland's chemistry in this movie is great. Always fascinated how chemistry by just talking can be portrayed well in like these animated movies. Is so good. I mean, I'm guessing they're probably in the same room when they're doing this, but sometimes they're not. Sometimes it's like Tom Holland got to go golf or something. I'm assuming that's what he does. And Chris Pratt's in the studio by himself, and he just got the lines or the recorded lines of Tom Holland. And he got to play off that, right? So it's always amazes me how they can do that kind of emotion in a recording. Just recording in a voice is cool. If I had to nitpick on this movie and say what I didn't really like, it was kind of like there's a little bit of plot holes. Like one big, not big, it's not big, it's tiny. It's a tiny plot hole where a lot of things could have been resolved by one simple, just question, like, hey, what did my dad do, or something like that. Like, how was my dad like? The kid's 16 years old. He never asked his mom what his dad was like. It was just kind of weird, and like, why didn't you ask that? Or they didn't set it up where like, oh, maybe they don't talk about the past, but the mom seemed open, like, oh, hey, I'm gonna tell you this. Anything you want to know about your dad, I'll let you know. But the kid never asked. It's just a little tiny thing right there that it was kind of like stuff could have been revealed easily. But overall, I really enjoyed this movie. This movie is great. Great movie, man. Okay, thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. If I had another one, if I put my foot up here, if I could do it, I'm not gonna show you my toe, but yeah, it's a great movie. Definitely go check it out. Don't wait. It's not Fantasy Island, okay? This is not the last time I'm gonna rag on Fantasy Island too. So if you hate Fantasy Island, subscribe. But don't forget to subscribe and like and do all those things that I like, guys. Especially like because YouTube likes better than subscription. So, but please still subscribe. Just still do that too because I like that. Check out my Twitter. Check out my Letterboxd where I'm going to do written reviews over there of this film and other films. All the films that I've seen in 2020 are going to be on my Letterboxd so you can see what I really thought about those films. So definitely go check that out. And remember, guys, keep watching movies.